You might have been looking for the new seasonal anime to watch and saw this thumbnail and thought, the hell? Bible tunes? The anime? So I did what everybody else did. I avoided it. 3 depression days later, and I decided to give it a chance, and boy was I king's fool for judging a book by its cover. The art style is misleading as all hell because it's not your typical run-of-the-mill bullshit that we're all used to. And I haven't felt this bamboozled since Bunny Girl Senpai. This is like that quiet kid who's called on in class who always had a smart-ass banger to say when asked a question. And Ranking of Kings is just like that. After watching the first few episodes, I wanted to give you guys my first impressions because now I have something to look forward to every week in my sad, boring existence. So let me run you through a synopsis of what I watched. I will be mentioning some spoilers, so if you're against that life, I kindly yet firmly ask that you fuck off. Prince Bojji is deaf and mute. I know what you're thinking. How in the fuck are they going to make that work? I don't know how, but they did. And don't you talk shit about our best boy. Bojji is crown prince and set to rule the country per king's request. Yet, most of the kingdom knows of Bojji's shortcomings and know him as a pitiful and weak fool. So, one day he ventures outside the city walls and gets mugged by this BP oil spill named Kage. Bojji doesn't really know he's getting robbed, but they both find out somehow that they can communicate with each other. So Kage convinces him to keep bringing his Yeezys and Supreme so he can resell them, and Bojji goes along with it. This happens a couple more times until Kage takes pity on him and follows him home. And it's here where he sees how the townsfolk and other royalty treat him as a hopeless burden. Then this scene happens. It's this scene that fucking hooks me. My boy is putting up a front and acting tough, and watching him break down hits me like a fucking truck. I'm hooked. I'm invested. I need more. And with this scene, I learned one thing. Things aren't exactly as they seem. Kage isn't exactly a bad guy. The queen isn't exactly a mean bitch. This fuck isn't exactly loyal. And this guy isn't exactly sorry for what happened at his concert.
I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience.
Character depth. What we all know is a major lacking factor due to lazy writing and quick cash grabs in the anime industry. And the Lord knows that we don't have enough blonde hair, blue-eyed emotos already. The first 2 episodes follow mostly Bojji and Kage. They show the people's reaction towards Bojji being compared to his younger brother, Doofenshmirtz. Then they jump into Kage's past to show the trauma he had to go through and the Stockholm syndrome he had to experience just to survive. Watching his tragic past made me shed some big boy tears, man. I then thought, there's no fucking way they're gonna make me tear up again. Wrong. Get wrecked, noob. Daida's known to be on a path to becoming a great swordsman, but when him and his brother spar, Bojji makes him look like a complete fool when he dodges every swing he throws at him. And when Bojji lands a blow straight onto Daida's face, you can't help but have a gamer moment and say, "Let's fucking go!" Although his hits are weak and do no damage, Daida still can't land a blow. It's looking like Bojji's going to win, but it's short-lived. You see the sword master, Doma, sign something to Bojji, and his expression drops. He's now taking the swings head-on without dodging. Daida is overpowering him, and Bojji doesn't have the strength to take each blow. He goes down, and Daida doesn't stop until they finally call the fight. That is not the swordsmanship of a king. You must exchange blows with him. It's this moment where you still remember that it's still Bojji versus the world. Nobody is with you, and you're alone. You don't want to give up, but it's hard. You feel what Bojji feels, and you're heartbroken. But when that one person shows up after seeing everything you went through and tells you, I want to be in your corner from now on, no matter what happens, you can't help but burst into tears, man. Finally, someone's on our side. To me, this show is a great example of good writing, to be able to pull you through a roller coaster of emotions. Watching characters become conflicted when they have to do something offhand to Bojji, getting a sense of relief when someone is truly on Bojji's side. The fact that this show, whose main character is a deaf and mute kid, conveys more emotion than most anime out there just makes that all more impressive. Although this show wouldn't exactly work if they kept people guessing what Bojji was saying. So of course it makes sense that Kage was made to act as Bojji's translator, but that doesn't diminish the depth of of these characters. Kage needs Bojji for purpose. Bojji needs Kage to feel understood. This all happens within 2 episodes. Then you're reminded, holy shit, this was just 2 episodes. I was quite surprised to see that the creators of Vinland Saga and Season 3 of Attack on Titan animated this. The art style of Ranking of Kings is very simple looking, so that's kind of why I thought it was Bible tunes at first glance. And God forbid I go through Sunday Bible tunes again. See what I did there? Never mind. Simple as it is, it doesn't skip out on the animation. It becomes fluid when it calls for it. And at times, it almost feels Ghibli-esque. Character designs are plain and simple, but backgrounds and landscapes are detailed and pretty. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if someone asked if this was created by Studio Ghibli. All in all, don't be the kind to judge a book by its cover because of its art style. Boy, was I King's fool for judging a book by its cover. Fuck off. Anyway, if you're still on the fence about the show, watch the first 2 episodes and decide from there. There's a lot of misleading gems out there that don't get their fair shake, and I really wouldn't want this show to get overshadowed by the stacked winter anime season. I do find it odd and funny that my 2 favorite shows this season have 2 leads that physically can't communicate. I'm starting to think I just don't like it when people talk. Yeah. Last week I made a top 5 manga to binge read list, so go give that a go. I'm Wado. I'm out. Thanks for watching.